Go. So now we're doing 1 inch. 1 inch is a little harder because it's so small that the tool doesn't fit in there as well.
Where's your focus?
So you have to focus it out here.
Okay.
Go ahead and focus for me. Basically, we're gonna do the same thing, except I'm move my.
Ready?
Yeah. Go ahead. I think we hooked it nicely, so.
Yep.
And then, that's pretty typical, it slips off the 1 inch, or slips off the side there. There's probably a better way to do this, but it's loose in there. That's a good sign.
Let's see if I can just grab it. Coming back.
Okay. Well, the hose is coming out. That's good. Perfect. Okay. Well, of course, that wasn't the greatest demonstration.
Go back on there and we'll fix that.
A little oblonged, just right where we made initial contact.
Good.
Give me, yeah, that's good. Okay, so if when they're in there and they don't want to come out, you can turn it upside down, hold it on there, and I use this big giant heavy screwdriver and I drive it through and out the bottom down to the floor. That's the key. Well, one of them.
The batteries are critical.
Okay, so coupling 1 inch is exactly the same as coupling 1.5 inches, except that I seem to recall it being harder. I haven't done it in a while. We oblong to the hell out of that. We'll see if that comes out. I think it will, but okay. See, that's what I remember. Is the ring tries to fall in there a little further.
You have to stick it out just 1/8 of an inch and it'll suck in. Good?
No. Let me test. Okay. Go ahead and say mark.
Set.
Go. Alright. Good enough. Alright. So with my finger I'm kind of pulling it forward. Not too far forward. Just so it's up against the gasket. I'm going to pinch this guy a little bit so he doesn't get pushed back when I put him in here. And I can only pinch for so long. No, I got pushed way back in there.
Yeah, it's still clean.
This might be where the set it up like that trick comes in better.
Where you slide.
Hold on. I can feel it move back into the hose. I bet you could put a piece of glue or something behind it. Alright, I think it's in there. We're going to couple it and see.
Ready?
Yep. Now this one was how far back you turn it, and we don't remember. We haven't used it in so long, so probably that mark.
Yeah.
Let's see how it feels when we get to that mark.
I think further.
Yeah. See, it'll go back all the way. Maybe this wasn't all the way back.
There, it's getting a little bit tighter. And then go to that notch and call it.
Okay. I'm starting to think that, well, partly because we just did it, and partly because somewhere in the deep, dark reaches of my memory, I'm thinking that maybe this was all the way back
Yeah.
set up.
And I don't remember.
And
this
to
one.
change that, you have to adjust the way that this
Yeah,
guy
that's right.
and this guy sit in there. Can't say I'm an expert. All I can say is that I built some hose and it's worked. That didn't work.
Didn't expand.
It expanded right at the corner edge of the coupling. The coupling got shoved back in there.
Bummer.
You have the scissors?
They're, yeah, that's on the bumper. Is it clear back? Right there? Is that the
Yeah,
coupling?
that's the coupling. So, I mean, it's a good example of how it doesn't work sometimes. Should be pretty easy to get back out of there, maybe?
All right.
Frayed edges being a pain. Talking about frayed edges. Those are the frayed edges I'm going to get rid of. Grab me the other hose end. Is it in here?
Should be.
There it is. That one's supposed to be the female end. Alright, so we'll give it a shot again. And we'll see if we can successfully couple a hose or if we mess it up again. I remember it being difficult. This is all low pressure stuff anyway. It's not gonna need to be at 300 psi, so what does it hang up on, dang it? It worked. Hang up on the gasket. Apparently you gotta take the gasket out. Got a knife to, or a screwdriver or something to hook the gasket with. Hold on to that. That'd be the trick. Okay. Alright, so I can feel that the expansion ring is not it's not sticking out of the coupling. Now I thought I felt that before, but apparently it didn't matter last time. Yes. Go ahead and crank. You have to stand on the base because it's just on that piece of
How far do you want
plate.
to go?
All the way back. Don't hit yourself in the head.
Yeah, it's just kind of see how long till these ones are done.
There you are. That'll do it. I think the expansion ring slipped a little bit, but
Did it get hard at the end? Did it turn?
Oh yeah, it definitely expanded. It's not sticking out as far as the other one was, but I can sort of feel it. It expanded. Okay. It definitely slipped back a bit, but it's, I mean, we're making drill hose, so we don't really care if it leaks a little bit. So that's okay.
It should be good to go.
I mean, for what we're doing, that'll be okay. Oops. Sorry.
Did it slip? That's fine, pull it apart.
No, it slipped because of what I was doing. I almost think we need to put a little piece of glue or something in there to hold it in place. So the other answer is, remember how you do the other way. Set your, oh, that's what it is. It's this expansion ring isn't fitting over those keys. Is that as far forward as this thing will go? Yeah. It's not. That's where the problem was. Every machine's a little different. I remember having to do this on a hydraulic machine once. So this one you have to set up in reverse. And that's why you mark that line. All right, let's give that a shot.
It even looks like it's better.
It's going to get full expansion on this forward end, which the other one probably eventually did, but well, it did. It was slipped back a little bit because it wasn't sliding over the
That's why
whole
it
set
kept
of
sliding.
keys. We can move this thing away from the rack if need be.
That's good.
Okay. So since this is drilled hose, effectively the whole thing is a nozzle. So I'd want it to be able to take 50 PSI if I was gonna pressure test it. Yeah, you got it. That's it. That's the end. If you go any more, you might break it.
They don't want to break it.
Oh no. Okay, good, it went.
She'll take off eventually. Keep hand propping it.
Perfect.
The wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay, you look in there and you can see this groove where the that O-ring that holds the keys on there is on the inside of that.
Oh yeah.
So we know we actually got it in there all the way. That one's definitely good.
You want to slide that one back in and
No, because the ring already slipped back. The ring never made it past the
got it.
ring there. It expanded here without any trouble, but the whole ring was sitting here, so it just didn't get all the way forward. So the only thing that's going to happen is it might leak a little bit, which is okay because it's leaky hose anyway. So. But if I was doing real 1-inch lines, short lines for booster lines or whatever, I would definitely tear the whole thing apart again and redo it now that we know what we're doing.